The one and done rule, Sean. Should they get rid of it? Do you like it? How do you feel about it?
I don't think they should get rid of the one and done. Some players won't be in the NBA forever. You know, sometimes, again, you might go to, is it the G League now? As we should say. So
they got a lot of development for leagues now, actually.
There is. So I don't think they should get done with it. I think, again, like I said, not all these players coming out of college, not all players are going to be in the NBA. You know what I mean? So I think at least starting school, you know, at least going in, you know, for a year or possibly two, I think it helps, at least having that education as a backup plan. I know you're going to the NBA, you know, you think of money, this and that, but sometimes, you know, that transition is you know, is really tough. So I think they should continue to at least keep the one and done rule, and you know, if not, you can always join in the JBA with the Big Baller Burn. So
I like that JBA idea, but you got this wrong, Sean. They need to get rid of this one and done rule. They need to get rid. We're talking about the 1%ers, Sean. Yeah. There is no reason we should be doing this to these kids. They should not have to go to college for a year and get pimped out for a whole year. That's what it is, Sean. Sometimes they are too good to be going to college. LeBron James did absolutely fine not going to college. And I know that's LeBron James, but he is part of that 1%. I'm not talking about every kid. But what I'm saying is we don't need to see Zion Williamson and some of these other guys in college. Now, for the NCAA, this helps. Mm-hmm. Those millions of views he was getting on Instagram, Twitter, that's going to Duke. Duke is one of the highest anticipated teams of all time right now. People are going to watch because Duke has the freshmen. Duke has the NBA prospects, and that's what they care about. They don't really care about these kids' education. That's just a tool to use. That's a tool to use to your family, Sean. That's what they did when they recruited you. Oh, your son's going to have the best education in the world. They're hoping your son's going to give us 100 yards a game and 4 yards a carry. That's what they're really thinking, Sean. Right. So what these universities want to do is like, hey, football, they got to stay 3 years. Football, NCAA football, people are watching it more than they're watching college basketball in the regular season. So if you're the NCAA, you want at least 2 years with these kids in college. If you're the players of the NBA, just stop it with this one-and-done stuff. We didn't need to see a John Wall. We didn't need to see an Anthony Davis. We didn't need to see guys like that. Some guys, yes, they're freshmen. They're a little bit immature. Their game is immature. They need to go to college a little bit, help their game out. But 9 out of 10 times, if you're in college as a junior or a senior or even sometimes as a sophomore, you're probably not going to make the NBA, right? You're probably not that good. You're not really a lottery guy. Right. I say the sophomore is okay if you get hurt your first year, or maybe your stock is at, let's say, the 20th to 25th pick. You're thinking, okay, I stay a year. Maybe I could be in the top 10 and get that money.
Right, but Jansen, you also have to play into the fact coaching. You know, look, it's high school coaching, and then you want to go, unless it's just a transcendental player like a LeBron James, a Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Kevin Garnett, you have to think about the coaching too.
And that's what I'm saying, 1%.
Yeah, so you're just saying basically.
I'm not saying every kid. I'm not saying the 40th kid on the ESPN top 100 list. I'm talking about. The first guy.
I think they should keep it.
Maybe the second guy. I was surprised Carmelo went to college. To be honest with you, I'm talking about like the top tier, like a Zion Williamson. I don't see why he's in college.
Hey, but we got to see how his game transitions from high school to college. I understand he's a freakish athlete, like you say. He looks like Julius Peppers. Put the camera on me, please. But look, we got to see how his game is. Like coming from high school straight to the NBA, I don't know. I got to see. And I think it's good at least to have Jansen. It's not 2 to 3 to 4 years. It's 1 year. It's 1 year.
What is the point? What is the 1 year doing, Sean? The 1 year is called a pimp game. What they want to do is you get the kid in. You know a lot of people want to see them play. You know ESPN is going to be there talking about John Wall, a Derrick Rose, guys like that going into the draft next year.
Competition. You're going to be crossing up somebody that's 17, then you're trying to cross up LeBron James. Even if you are that type of transcendental athlete, man, just go to college for a year.
If you had a kid, you would want your kid going straight to college and not just go to the NBA. Have you lost your mind?
No, have you lost your mind?
What if my kid is a top 10 player in his class, a top 5 class? And why would he have to spend? Why would I want him spending a year in college where he can get hurt?
Look.
If everything works out, guess what, Sean? He's going to sign that first deal. He could at least afford to pay, if he wants to go back to college, he could afford all that tuition within a year of that NBA salary.
I'm not telling you to graduate.
A lot could happen in a year of college, Sean.
You might get hurt in high school. It could be the last game.
I'm just saying, though, you got to go to high school, right?
I'm just saying, though, like the last
But
game
college, it's unnecessary for the one. I'm talking about 1%, Sean. I'm talking about the guys you know are going in the top 5 in this draft. I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about.
Quick question. Do you think Lonzo Ball should have stayed in college another year? Because people are calling him a bust after his rookie season. I'm just saying.
I don't think he should have stayed. For what? Stay in the year for
his
what?
Game some more.
With what? With
Markelle Fultz. Some of these guys.
With what coaching?
I'm just saying.
Let's look at the coaches, Sean. I'm for real. Let's look at the what coaches. Not all these kids are going to a Coach K or Coach Williams or Coach Calipari. Coach Calipari comes out and says it.
Coach K not win a championship every year either, though.
Calipari says, I'm trying to get you to the NBA. That's what it is. There's not Tom Izzo's at every program, Sean. I'm just saying, what do you want Lonzo to do? What Lonzo did at UCLA was great things. He made his teammates better. He distributed the ball. He got himself to be the number 2 pick. Why would you go back to college? Does that make any sense? If you are a projected...
Unless you want to go to the G League.
Now we're talking about something different. We're talking about staying in college, you brought it up, for a year, and then having the nerve to go back when you're projected top 5, top 10 pick. Okay. Have you lost your mind, Sean?